All right, so I just got through watering my sweet potatoes, and I said to myself, well, why don't I take y'all watering with me this morning and see what we got going on. So let me tell you something. I don't know. I feel like the sun did this. This is in a very sunny with no shade type situation. I feel like the sun made these leaves curl up. I don't know. These at the top are still looking curly looking. Because see, before they weren't doing that. But then they started, and like I said, they've done this before, and they're blooming, but they always seem to drop the peppers. Like the peppers never seem to stick around and stay. Because see, the peas did it a little too. Just a little. And I felt like that was them days when I didn't water really well. These were kind of doing the same. It looked like it's trying to come out of it, whatever it is. But like I said, all of the little fruit that it called itself trying to have, every time it bloomed, they always fall off, which is frustrating. This is Pippin's Honey Golden. I've had more hell out of those seeds, and I'm telling y'all, Baker Creek, boy. I'm telling you. Because, like I said, I don't know. I got a few more of them seeds left. I'm not going to sow them this year. I'm going to sow them next year. But, because I don't have enough season left for peppers, in my opinion. I'm not going to risk it. I probably could do it, but I'm not going to risk it. I'd rather save my seeds for next year where I know or if I can get me a really good, look at my tadpoles, y'all. Swim. Why y'all not swimming? Y'all like y'all sleep this morning. Look at them. They so sleepy. Y'all wake up. Y'all wake up, babies. But anyway, so that's that on them Pippin's Honey Golden. I don't know. Maybe I can find some seeds from somebody other than Baker Creek. And I feel like I may have better success because it's obvious I know how to grow peppers. So at this point, I'm not going to say it's completely me. I'm not going to say, I am the best gardener in the world, but I can grow peppers. That should be obvious to anybody watching me by now. I got to fight with this hose. Y'all got mowed yesterday, and every time the hose gets put up, it gets balled up into a horrible ball that I have to fight with. Never fails. Alright, y'all. So anyway, I usually don't get my brassica leaves wet because I usually spray them with BT and all that. But we have gotten rain and all that's washed off anyway. So when it's all washed off, you just water. And let me say this. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Like, this jumped up 20 something subscribers in one day. I haven't had that happen in a long time. So I won't say my videos are catered to new gardeners because they're not. Hey, how you doing? Good. So I don't, yeah, and if you're new to my channel, you'll figure out real soon. Let me tell you something. I keep trying to tell people, and people don't listen when I say it. Stop trying to be an exotic in somebody else's neighborhood and be a pillar in your own neighborhood. So, I do live. I mean, I wouldn't call it the hood. It's if I go further down, like about a quarter mile down, that's the hood down there. The projects is down that way, all that stuff. But anyway, I don't live in the projects and I don't live in the hood. It is some white people in my neighborhood. This is a mixed neighborhood, but because I live between the projects and a lot of businesses and things downtown, a lot of people pass through my neighborhood is what I'm saying. And a lot of times, it could be anybody. We've had an influx of Hispanics to move in. which I'm thoroughly enjoying, because on the weekend they crank up the mariachi music, so while I'm watering, I have entertainment. But anyway, that's how I look at it, as entertainment. I be dancing, they let music be hidden. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, my new subscribers and stuff. So yeah, y'all will hear me speaking to people and talking to people all the time. Like I said, if you knew, and if you don't know, now you know. But usually I have this spray with BT and spinosad, so I don't usually get the leaves wet. Today, my hand don't really want to do this. I don't know. My hand ain't feeling it today. And the hose is fighting me. I don't want to be fought with today. I'm really fighting today. Anyway. But yeah, y'all see I ain't got no sprayer on the end. I usually just do this. I do have a sprayer. I'm not finna go find it or go get it. Actually, that sprayer is over here somewhere now that I think about it. I thought. I thought it was right over here, but I guess not. But yeah, y'all, so if you're a new gardener, I have noticed this. Here it is. The Lord spared my ass. I think I'm not even gonna get on this. Come on. There we go. Much better. Now I don't have to fight with that no more. I hope y'all can still see. Hold on. If you like super Hollywood edited stuff, don't watch me. I should tell you that up top. I'm not that girl. I'm not that, you know. You can watch a beautiful nest if you want to watch somebody with superior editing skills. I do know how to edit. I don't know. I like my channel to look real. I like it to look like YouTube and not TV. So many people want their stuff to look like TV. And you do get views for that. But on YouTube, the name of the game is not the amount of views. Or excuse me, it's not the amount of subscribers. When it looks like TV, you get a ton of subscribers. But I can tell you, there's some people out here with lower numbers of subscribers making more money than people who have, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And that's because you can have 100,000 subscribers and your videos get 1,000 views. You're not making any money. You make money with views, not subscribers, but it is what it is. So that's why I say I like to keep my videos a little bit more real and rustic, and so y'all can just see what I'm doing. But for new gardeners, I have noticed this. For some of y'all not watering too much, I don't believe. Some of y'all stuff is burning up too much. Like, do y'all think that plants don't need water? Everything in life needs water. So I hope y'all not sitting around thinking that y'all plants don't need water. They do. They definitely need water. So please don't sit around and just not water your crops. I also want to tell you this. If you are mainly a container gardener, I speak highly of making your own liquid fertilizers. Please don't think that you need something special to make these liquid fertilizers. Y'all got to get that out of your head. That just because you see people making it with comfrey or collard greens, and I do that myself, but you don't need that stuff. Look over there. Y'all see them weeds and stuff over there? All that stuff I need to cut down. Y'all know where all them leaves gonna go? Right into that liquid fertilizer. I need you to understand that plants are plants, and plants all have a couple of things in common. They all have roots that go into the ground that pulls nutrition out of the ground, then turn around and make leaves. They all perform photosynthesis. They all do that same stuff. Now, when they break down, they may have different things in different quantities, but I guarantee you, they will have nutrition of some form or fashion. You see all that over there? Rip, y'all got some stuff somewhere. If you ain't got it, go to your friend house, go to your neighbor house, go around the corner, go in somebody's yard, don't get shot. And just get you some leaves. Y'all don't have no dandelions in the grass. Y'all don't mow y'all grass and have grass clippings. Y'all don't have no leaves that fall from the sky, like from these trees and stuff. It's too many ways that you can find stuff. You may have to forage for you some biomass if you do not have any. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's yard don't have everything. So you may have to forage for you some biomass in order for you to make you some fertilizer. Put something green in there, and if all else fails, take the leaves that you have that fell from your pine tree or whatever else and put that stuff in there. Like, make you some fertilizer. Do not get locked into one thing. I see so many people, it's almost like you can't walk and chew gum. You have to be like y'all tell me. Okay, so maybe it's just me. Tell me if I'm crazy. So I run my own business, and I can't just do one thing at a time. I can't just for the week say, oh, I'm gonna clean my house and then do nothing else the rest of the week. Is that how y'all function? Like, do y'all do one thing and that's it? If not, why are you doing one thing in the garden and then you're not doing nothing else? Explain that to me. And let me be all the way real with y'all. I know what somebody gonna say. Well, my mind just don't work. Such and such and such and such. Okay. You might need to work on your mental. You ever thought about that? Like, not trying to be funny, but you might need to work on your mental. You see what I'm saying? You should be using every opportunity in your life to work on yourself and to work on things around you. If you're not growing and getting better, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, child, some of y'all are so hell-bent on staying the same and getting these same piss-poor ass results. Like, no. I just don't understand. You should, like, when do you get tired? Because, see, I'll never get tired. If you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them type people. If you like it, I love it. I see a freaking locust. I'm telling y'all, them locusts better not get bad down here where I'm at. That mess I've been seeing on Instagram, I'm telling you, I'm not going to play with these locusts. But back to what I was saying. So make your liquid fertilizers. This what I'm using right now is a little bit different setup. I have not seen other people with the same setup. So I have a pump. Hey, that's my fish man. He probably going fishing. He got some bait buckets in the back of his truck. That sucker probably is going fishing. They ain't at work today. What's today? Friday? What's this weekend? Is it a holiday? Because he's supposed to be at work. He work across the street. Anyway, I got a man that go fish for me. Well, he don't fish for me. He fish for himself. And he brings me extra fish. So, and I, in turn, provide him with, things out of the garden if that's what he needs. But yeah, y'all, use your brains. It's okay. You can do more than one thing at once. Like, you can walk and chew gum. I assure you. So, yeah, I'm just out here, like I said, I'm just watering, taking y'all along with me. So y'all can kind of get an idea. I think too many people think that, oh, I can just garden. And then I ain't gonna lie, I've seen some people that got some huge gardens and they like borderline small farms and I can tell they not watering. And I'm like, in what world do you think you live where you gonna be able to get away with not watering? So a lot of this stuff I try to take y'all along and show y'all real time what it takes to do some of these things. Like when I started my new worm bin, I took you along real time. I didn't speed that up. While I'm watering right now, I'm not going to speed this up. So that you can get an idea of how much time you have to dedicate, because it is time. I was talking to this woman and she said she tried this and tried that. Oh, but the bugs ate it all up and it all burned up. And the woman just gave up. I don't know. And she has 2 children, and I try to advocate and tell her, and I think maybe she's getting it now. I think she went online and was watching these huge channels that look like TV. Understand that that's heavily edited. Once again, what I told y'all earlier. That's why I don't edit my stuff. You're not going to ever say, oh, well, Dee showed this. And, child, I did what she did and it wasn't nah. It's going to be Dee showed it and she ain't edit nothing. And you know what I'm saying? Now, if it didn't work for you, that's a different story. But you never going to say that I edited out or I took out something or it's something that you didn't know or something. You know what I'm saying? And I want to throw this in. Anybody in the comments, please, if you have questions, let me know. I generally answer my comments. I want to say thank you. I'm over 2,000 subscribers. I never thought 2,000 people would ever sit up and want to listen to my foolishness or whatever. But if I'm helping 2 people, then to me it's worth my time to do it. And that's honestly the way I feel about it. I'm not on here. I could give 2 rats behind about who watches me if I become famous. I'm not trying to get on TV because I'm going to be real. There's some YouTubers out here that been on TV before. They don't bit more know what they doing. I ain't seen them harvest nothing. Real talk. They've been on TV. But that's what they was trying to do the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Understand that some of these people on TV, they don't know some of them people have no freaking clue. They don't know what they doing. They just had a certain type of personality and would go for what the industry go for. Because understand, certain people like me, and if I ever did a TV show, it would have to be very, very, I don't even know how to put it because I'm not the industry type. I'm not even, really necessarily you ain't gonna find a lot of women like me out here. I'm just being real, and I'm not saying that to be elitist, like saying I'm better. You just won't find a lot of women out here like me. You really won't. You won't find a lot of women out here because gardening ain't the only thing I do. Reading is not the only, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna find a lot of women out here like me, especially the more modern you get. These more modern women. See, this is where I'm fighting with my hose and all this stuff. Heavy duty hoses are good, but once they hold its shape, it's hard to get them to unhold that shape. But anyway, so yeah, y'all, I couldn't really see myself doing TV like my own show or something like that. I couldn't ever really see myself doing that. Because it's just like, I'm just not the industry type, y'all. Unless they get some independent underground type TV. Oh no, I'm starting to hear these locusts loud now. Oh my God. Y'all look at this bed. This is what I call my African 3 sisters. Or maybe I should say diasporan, because I don't want to because those taller plants you see right there are Jamaican sorrel. But I guess I should say my diasporan 3 sisters. That's what you see there, which is melons, roselle, and then I have peanuts in there. So, I venture to say that this is culturally appropriate. This bed makes me happy. Number 1, because of how good it's doing. Number 2, just because this would be something that I feel like culturally empowers people. It culturally empowers people who are oppressed or whose people are oppressed. I won't say that me by myself is oppressed. Ooh, woodpecker. Can y'all see him on that pole? He way over there. I would zoom in. Woody hangs around here quite a bit. I've named him. I don't know if he likes his name or not, but but yeah, I grow a lot of things that my grandmother grew up with. My grandmother was a gardener. My dad's mother, she was a gardener, but she also was a forager too. She could go in the woods and find stuff and be like, yeah, this is what you use for this and that and this, and you can eat this and you can cook this and you can do with this. And that's the foraging is the one thing I wish I had talked to her more about, but didn't. Somebody asked me for a video, a story of my life. I may shoot that today. I may sit down and shoot several videos. It's supposed to be kind of cool today, but I also want to work on my truck too. I don't know. We're gonna see. This is my Swiss yard. It's looking a little worse for wear. I'm hoping it'll go to seed. I've been still harvesting off of it though. This is 2 different kinds. burgundy, and another one. I can't remember. I'm not watering this stuff a ton. It rained just a touch last night. This, like I told you, has liquid fertilizer in it. So this is really more of a feed. And you will see me get the leaves wet just a little bit. Also, that's, people always say, oh, don't get your leaves wet. It burns the plants to a point. But I'm going to be honest and tell y'all a tip that I have switched to this year. And I find it to be working thus far. If it stops working, I'll let y'all know. I no longer water in the morning. Now, some people say they water twice a day. I know Angela says she water twice a day. Of course, do what your garden recommends. But I water at night, and I deeply water at night. I don't water in the morning. I find that it seems like the plants actually are able to... when I water at night, it seems like they soak up a lot of that water all through the night. And during the heat of the next day, they don't look as crazy. Like a lot of times, they plants and stuff look real crazy around midday, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, the heat of the day. I have noticed when I water at night, my plants don't look like that and don't do that. Like I said, also, this is a... fertilizer in here too. If you are mainly a container gardener, let me say this: your containers, the fertilizer is gonna wash out of them faster. In my opinion, you need to be making these liquid fertilizers and fertilizing and basically watering your stuff. These liquid fertilizers are very mild; they won't burn. And if you replenish a little bit of the nutrition every day as you water, instead of just watering with plain water, it won't just wash out your plants. You know what I'm saying? You're replenishing. So as it's washing out of the bottom, you're turning around and you're using liquid fertilizer. You see what I mean? So what's washing out, you're replenishing. So your plants will never go through that, period of, oh, I really don't have enough on them. I also want to say, if you're new to my channel, go back and watch a lot of my old videos. There's a whole lot of information on this channel. And if you find some of my information helpful, it would behoove you to go back and look at the old stuff. I do have certain people who watch my channel and they'll do a deep dive and they'll go back and start looking at, super old videos. My barrel's running out. I can always tell by the way the pump starts to run that it's running out, which is fine because I'm at the end anyway. I think I have one little spot, that black turmeric over there, that I didn't water, and I will water it. But so y'all can hear my pump hollering. See, it's down at the bottom now. All right, and we're gonna turn that off, and then we're gonna get. So I still have not hooked these barrels to each other. I was supposed to hook these barrels to each other a while ago, so that when I pull from the one, I won't have to do what you see me doing here, which is getting water from the next one and putting it over there. But you do what you can do as you can do it. When it gets prohibitively hot here, I'm limited on what I can do, but I'm gonna try to get a bunch done today because it's only supposed to be 84. It was supposed to rain today. It rained just a little bit, and then, oh, Clausen World said you wanted mimosa seeds. Camera. Baby, when I tell you, let me tell you something. They can say what they want about technology. To me, at times, technology is trash. Because how can a camera that's supposed to be legit not focus? You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no cheap-ass phone. But I'm not going to get on that. I already know this pair probably ate up on the other side. No, it ain't. You must have just failed. I'm going to wash you off. So back here, I'm just checking on stuff now, y'all. This is another thing as newbie gardeners. You need to get used to checking your stuff. You can't, in my opinion, you can't leave your stuff 2, 3, 4 days. I don't know who tells you these things. You simply cannot. And if you're not gonna look at all this ginger, it's just all that ginger I bought is coming up, which is good. If you're not gonna check your stuff, you might want to get out of gardening. I'm just being honest. Like some of y'all think y'all, I don't know. Do y'all tell me, have you know anybody or had anybody that just plant stuff and they just think that they could just leave it like, and it's cool? That ain't how that works. You don't plant stuff and walk off. This ain't the forest. You know what I'm saying? You don't plant stuff, walk off, and then come back and it's Gucci. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how that works. But you know, you can't hardly tell people nothing. People think they know everything. Yeah, in one video, I walked right past this. This was laying on the ground. And I didn't realize it till I came back through and seen it again for myself. I was like, what's really going on? But yeah, y'all, these are my figs. I neglected the hell out of them twice. The second time they dropped all their leaves, but all the leaves is coming back. It don't really hurt the plant per se. If you got fruit, they're probably gonna drop. I had one of the best brown turkey figs I've ever had off of this tree. Your figs taste so much better when you want to water them, but you don't want them to get too much water, because too much water will make your figs taste watery. I had an animal come back here. I think it was a possum. I be seeing a possum in my yard. He knocked a whole bunch of these LSU figs off. Knocked 8 or 9, 10 of them off. A couple of them he tried to munch through the bag, but then he realized there was a bag on it and stopped. And then a couple of them looked like he was trying to get the bag open, but couldn't get it open because a couple of my organza bags are just torn up. But I tasted them, and I'm going to be honest, he knocked them off right after we got a whole bunch of rain. And y'all, those figs tasted very, very watery. They were not good. They're just, I mean, it's not that they're bad, it's just they taste watery. And watery figs is not what it do. Not to me. Figs should taste sweet and jammy, and sometimes even fruity, like berries sometimes. And if they don't, well, that should tell you something. I did do a couple of things yesterday. It was kind of cool yesterday as well. So when it's cool, I try to get things done. These I need to plant. I need to plant these in a pot somewhere. But I planted all the onion seeds I harvested in a tray. I planted a bunch of herbs and Brussels sprouts in a tray. These I just brought outside because it was supposed to rain. It did rain a little bit, but this weather, I'm so sick of this. It does this all the time. Oh, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. And then the closer it gets, the fucking rain dries up. And excuse my French, but if you live where I live and you go through these droughts that damn near just burn your garden all the way down to the ground, you'll understand my frustration. But luckily, I'm not gonna complain too much because we've had more water this year than we've had in several years previous. So yeah, my peas over here are looking good. They're starting to kind of like do their vine thing, but they're not gonna climb on anything. So they should just lay on the ground and they should start making peas. When you see them start to do this here, where they're reaching for stuff to grab onto, they'll just grab onto each other and they should start making peas shortly. So I'm definitely ready for that. I have done grafting on this channel. All of my grafts are looking good. A lot of them have 2+ feet of growth. Oh, I wanted to tell y'all, the video previous to this was me harvesting the callaloo. And let me tell you something. That callaloo, ooh, Lord, they got a winner with that one. They got a winner with that one. I can't even put on the line. They got a winner with that one. If you're not growing Jamaican callaloo and eating it, and like I said, I've had it in a restaurant before, but it's something about when you get your own fresh out of your garden. The onions came out of my garden. The callaloo came out of my garden. The peppers came out of my garden. You see what I'm saying? It's something about that. You just can't, ooh. It was so good. It was so good. And I cooked half of it and I froze the other half. This is my elderberry. Y'all can see I have I got some clusters way up there. I'm going to eventually move this elderberry. I know eventually this winter this is getting moved. It's getting too big to be up against the house. But look at these. These are starting to turn purple. Like I said, it makes no sense. The camera won't focus. But I think this video is long enough, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna bore y'all too much longer. But y'all see what it takes just to water. That's to water the front garden, not water in the back. This garden back here doesn't need a lot of water. Remember that plant that I didn't know what it was? It makes a little flower, child. I don't know what that is, but it is what it is. But yeah, y'all, stick with it. Don't neglect your stuff. If you're gonna garden, garden. If you're not, don't. Like, do your best. Time management. Use your garden to teach you time management. Is this finna fruit? No, it's just putting on new growth again. Your garden can teach you excellent time management. You know what I mean? Because you're only gonna have certain, like I know things that I have to do. So I have to come out here and look over my garden. I have to water because of where I live. Now, some of y'all, I ain't gonna lie, you get lucky and you get enough rain to where you don't have to water almost every day. When it dries up here, I ain't got no choice. So it's certain things I have to do, and I have to make sure that I budget my time accordingly to do so. So y'all make sure you do that. Do that. Grow you some callaloo. Try to grow some plants that you're interested in. Step outside of the box. Don't lock yourself into one something when there's a lot of things that you could be doing, okay? So I'm gonna tip over in here and then I'm gonna let y'all go, because I ain't gonna lie, I got these overalls on and they bothering me. I need to hem. I need to get on my sewing machine and hem the ends. I've been too lazy to hem it. I got to hem it. These overalls are they're talls and I'm too short for them. I'm not necessarily short, but I'm too short for these. Look at that. One of them pairs ain't no good and the other two is. I'm gonna have to get them out of there. So I caged these tomatoes, those tomatoes, caged them. We're gonna see how they do. I'm just in here checking on stuff. I did prune a couple of spots, just the tips to get them to bush out more before the end of the season. But yeah, y'all, I believe that's about it. We're gonna see if these tomatoes back here in the shade gardens do anything. They look healthy. These are brand new beds, so yeah. But anyway, till next time. See you guys later.